Everyone knows that one of the most famous Farbrengens by the Rebbe was the Farbrengen of Purim Tovshin Chai. It was said, even though we don't know for sure, but this is what it was said, that the Rebbe said that in the house, by the Sudas Purim, the Rebbe drank a lot of mashke. And then by the Farbrengen, they saw the Rebbe drink a lot of mashke too. And there was a very long Farbrengen, and you could hear from the way the Rebbe speaking, you could hear it in the tape. I wasn't there, but you could hear in the tape that it was because the Rebbe drank a lot of mashke. He spoke a lot to private people, said different things to private people throughout the whole Farbrengen. And in the second half of the Farbrengen, he spoke a lot of divrei Torah, even though you could see he was under the influence of the mashke, but a lot of divrei Torah and chidushim and different inyanim, even though it was hard for him to talk, but he said it, which fits to what the Shiloh says. The Rebbe brings the Shiloh in Likutei Sichos Chelik Lamed Aleph, page 180, which is in the Sicha concerning Kom Rabbe V'Shochta L'Reb Zera, and there the Rebbe brings the Shiloh. The Shiloh writes that we find that there are Gdoshim Ashaboretz, holy people on the land, that drink a lot by Sudas, and the kavanah there is because when they drink a lot, it makes them more happy, and then they could say better divrei Torah, kiflaim l'tishia, even better, because meteich simcha megala hachocham rozei haTorah. From simcha, the chocham reveals the secrets of the Torah, and he says, because it says nichnas yayin yotza sod, the Gemara says if wine comes in, the secrets come out, and he writes shayidei mishta hayayin yetzu divrei Torah nikra sod. Through drinking wine, through drinking a lot, divrei Torah comes out, which is called secret. So by the Rebbe, this is exactly what happened. But Rabbi Leibel told me that on Shabbos afterwards, this Farbrengen was Thursday night, Shabbos afterwards, the Rebbe called him and the Rebbe Leibel Schapiro as the Chassidim, and asked him about the Farbrengen. They say he also called in separately Rabbi Groner and asked him also about the Farbrengen, but this I don't know, but the Rabbi Leibel told me that he was called in together with Rabbi Leibel Schapiro, and the Rebbe asked him to tell over what happened by the Farbrengen. And the Rebbe said to them, Bis noch Maimer habe ich gehalten Kopf. Till after the Maimer, my mind was still working, which means I remember what went on. But from after the Maimer, I want to know what went on. Could you tell me what went on? And the Rebbe asked them details of what went on. And they told over the Rebbe some of the nekudas of the sichas that the Rebbe said, which Rebbe himself said that he doesn't remember them. But the Rebbe asked them, and they gave over the nekudah of the sichas. And then another thing that the Rebbe asked them that he wanted to really know, did they at the end of the Farbrengen sing the Alter Rebbe's Nigun? He said he didn't remember whether they sang or not. And they told him, yes, they did. And the Rebbe, the way he told me, asked them again to make sure that they're not saying it just, so to speak, to make the Rebbe not feel bad. But they told him, he asked them again, is it really that they sang? And the truth is they did sing. The Rebbe said to sing the Alter Rebbe's Nigun. So they did sing it. But the Rebbe wanted to make sure 100%. And here we see that even though at the time the Rebbe was after a lot of mashke, but the divrei Torah that came out from the Rebbe and the biurim that came out from the Rebbe are things that come out, and they might even be deeper, like the Shiloh says, that nichnas yayin yotza sod, that the divrei Torah that comes out by these tzaddikim is even greater if they take the yayin, which is megala, as he says, the keach hasichli that is in the nefesh, and then they're able to be megala, the talumas chochmah, the hidden parts of the chochmah.